How old are you?
I'm 23.
Is this real?
No, it's not.
Okay, you did the ribs reconstruction.
Yeah.
How many ribs do you have now?
4.
Jesus Christi. Can you
Yeah.
jump up just once? Hey, say hey.
Hey.
Say stop it.
Stop it.
Today, we are asking what pushes people to go under the knife. Is plastic surgery an act of empowerment and self-love, or is it just a revelation of our insecurities? We are going to trace the history of plastic surgery, how it evolved from a medical necessity to a multi-billion-dollar business, and the dangerous reality that is lurking behind the filtered photos of IG and TikTok. At the end of this video, you will decide whether it is empowerment or a deadly addiction to an impossible fantasy. This is the report on Amios, and again, before getting to the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the Next Generation Media channel so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos. Now, let's start from the very foundation. The word plastic comes from the Greek word plastikos, which means to mold or give shape. For centuries, it was about repair and not vanity. In ancient India, physicians performed skin grafts to reconstruct noses that had been cut off as punishment. And during World War I and II, plastic surgery, the modern plastic surgery, was born out of necessity. Surgeons like Harold Gillis worked tirelessly to reconstruct the faces of soldiers that were disfigured in battle. Then it was about restoring function, it was about restoring dignity, it was about healing the scars of war. But now, fast forward to the late 20th centuries and the mission completely changed. Plastic surgery moved from the reconstruction world to the luxury clinic. The industry realized something very profitable, that you don't need war to create patients. You just need to make healthy people hate how they look by creating beauty standards and making sure anyone who doesn't follow or align to these standards feels inadequate. So in effect, beauty standards became trends, trends became pressure, and pressure became profit. And we have watched it evolve. We had the heroin chic days of thinness in the 90s. We had the BBL hourglass explosion of the 2010s. We had the Instagram face of today, that is the fox eyes, fillers, and chiseled jawlines. And in the West, this has become a cultural norm. In the United States alone, people spend over $16 billion annually on cosmetic procedures. It's no longer about fixing a defect. It's about buying a status or symbol. For a long time, plastic surgery was seen as a Western problem, but the trend is fast growing in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, South Africa, and Ghana. Why? Because globalization has exported Western beauty standards via social media into Africa. African women who are already known to possess natural curves are now being pressured to enhance them to extreme and unnatural levels to match what they see on TikTok. We are now seeing a rise in surgical tourism where people travel to find the cheapest doctor, often sacrificing safety for lower price tags. Not long ago, in November of this year, we had the case of a woman in Nigeria who, after giving birth, reached out to a certain Dr. Sandra to do a tummy tuck. This fake doctor said she was doing this surgery at a discount price, and here's how the story played out.
So after she paid and everything, she flew in from Ivory Coast to Nigeria and they performed the surgery. But sadly, the surgery went wrong. She said few days after the surgery, she noticed her body, her tummy started bringing out blisters. She now asked the nurse that, but why is my body like this? They said, her body is very sensitive. So the nurses brought out injection needle and started busting the blisters around her tummy. This surgery took place on the 8th of November 2025. She left the hospital. She went. That was her body went damaged. Her body don't damage. That her tummy part. She had to come back to the hospital, and when she came back to the hospital, that was when everything even became worse. There was no aftercare. They started treating her anyhow. They said they could not admit her in their facility, that she should go and lodge in an hotel, that they will be sending people to an hotel to come and And after a while, she stopped getting response from this hospital. So she took herself to the hospital. Lo and behold, the security personnel there chased her out of the hospital. Person where her tummy don't already damaged.
Now, that woman didn't survive the ordeal, but another lady who survived her own ordeal is being praised for taking out her ribs to get the hourglass figure is Ewatomilola, a Nigerian TikToker. Now, the first time I saw her transformation, I wasn't thinking how beautiful. I was thinking, can she breathe? And when we look at the possible after effects of this surgery, we have things such as organ damage, collapse of the lungs, chronic pain and nerve damage. We have respiratory issues, chest wall instability. And yet again, we find ourselves asking the multi-billion-dollar question: to what benefit is this? Sexy IG stories to trend on TikTok. At what cost truly? Let's talk about the numbers they don't let us see on the IG and TikTok posts. The dangers are indeed real, and for many they are fatal. Take the Brazilian butt lift, for example. Statistically, it has been labeled one of the most dangerous cosmetic procedures in the world. Research has shown a mortality rate as high as 1 in every 3,000 procedures due to fat embolism. Now, this is a case where fat enters the bloodstreams and clogs the heart or lungs. And apart from dying, we have other more complicated risks such as septic shock from unsanitary clinics. We have necrosis. We have permanent nerve damage that can lead to paralysis. We have anesthesia complications. And we have seen extreme cases where individuals undergo over 50 surgeries to look like human dolls. Now, this isn't surgery anymore. It's body dysmorphia being fed by surgeons who care more about the check than the patient's mental health. Now, here is where we have to be honest. While a good surgery can boost confidence for some, taking a general look at the industry shows way more negative outcomes than good, because surgery alone struggles to fix the outside. If you hate yourself at a size 14, you will likely still find something to hate at a size 6 after a tummy tuck. We are now seeing a generation of people who look the same. The uniqueness that comes from diversity of beauty, be it from an individual ethnic or cultural standpoint, is slowly fading away. We are now finding out that everyone is looking for the same nose, the same eyes, the same eye color, the same waist size, the same lips, the same hips, the same height. Finally, uniqueness no longer matters in today's generation. Because in truth, we are losing our ethnic futures. We are losing character. We are losing the ability to age with grace, to be gracious to ourselves after birth. We are losing self-love in search for public acceptance, a public made up of people who change their wants every day. And when these surgeries go wrong, the physical and financial cost to fix a failed plastic surgery is often triple the original cost. Now, before you ever go under the knife, here are certain things to note. 1, the industry thrives over your self-hatred. If you're happy with yourself, they will go broke. No plastic surgeon is happy with your self-love. The system needs you to hate yourself and love the fake version they can provide. Not only that, they need you to believe you should spend your whole life savings to get it. Secondly, surgery is permanent, but trends are temporal. The body type that is in today will be out in 5 years to come. I mean, there was once a time that figure 1 was in trend, then it became figure 8, and now it's going back to figure 1. Once upon a time, it was thin lips, then we had lip fillers. It's like the wind, here today and gone tomorrow. But do you know what doesn't change once the wind is gone? The destruction it caused. Thirdly, there is no such thing as safe surgery. Every time you go under general anesthesia, you are taking a risk with your life. This is something known even by mothers who undergo CS, which in most cases is a necessity. They know it's a risk. Being cut open is a risk. Having strange things inserted in you is a risk. Cutting out perfectly healthy parts of yourself is a risk. Lastly, and I want us to take this point really, really seriously, check the credentials of the surgeon. Many people in Africa and the West are getting injections from estheticians who have no medical degree. If you are going to be risking your life, at least care to verify that the person knows what they are doing. Trusting your life to a random person in desperation of wanting to belong will most definitely come with deep regrets, like the case of the woman who did the tummy tuck. You see, I believe in a world where we protect our bodies rather than carving them up to fit a fleeting trend. Plastic surgery has become a distraction from real self-value. The real oppression here is the idea that you are only worth how aligned you are to the current trend of beauty on platforms made for entertainment. Surgery should be for restoration or reconstruction of a soul that is simply lonely or insecure. And I say this as one who at the age of 4 got drenched in hot water and has been living with keloid scars. Yes, surgery might have fixed me, but today I'm forever glad my parents didn't hurriedly put me under the knife as a kid so I could fit in more easily, because turns out that might have made the situation all worse. Rather, when I was exposed to social media and the all-perfect world of Instagram, as I got older, I found it a little more easier to not hate myself, be it for my scars or physical futures, because as a kid, I grew up in a system and environment that was gracious. And not just gracious, they were accepting. It made it easy for me to be and love myself. And I think that is what we need, be it as a society, a country, a continent, the world at large, we need to be more gracious and welcoming of the differences in each other's physical futures. Plastic surgery should be about restoration, not reconstruction of a broken soul that was broken by comparison. So back to the question, do you believe plastic surgery is a tool for empowerment, or is it a dangerous deception? Leave your answer in the comment section. But that's all for this video today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Next Generation Media channel so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos. Bye.